I'm back from Cannes Film Festival, and while it's gonna take me some time to get back all the hours of sleep that I missed and get back to regular eating habits and heal all my blisters on my feet, I am still in the ecstatic mode and full on adrenaline because, like I said before, this is definitely my favorite time of year. I always enjoy myself so much while in Cannes, and even though it is exhausting, I cannot emphasize this enough how exhausting it is to be a journalist in Cannes. It's so worth it. I promised you we're gonna go through some of the looks on the red carpet, and this is exactly what we're gonna do in this video. And then at the end, I have a surprise for you, because usually you only see stars on the red carpet, which is of course all glam, and they have the whole team working on them. But sometimes we actually get to see stars just walking the streets in Cannes, and they are definitely not glammed up, but they are of course still looking nice. And if you wanna go through these street style looks, definitely stay until the end of this video. So I have my iPad here with some notes that I've written down, and of course the photos that you will be seeing as well. And I want to start with Greta Gerwig. Before we dive into dresses, I have to emphasize that whenever I say that something is not okay, not good looking, any kind of like slightly negative connotation, it's always about the dress, never about the woman. Okay, I love all the ladies I'm going to talk about today, and I would never say anything bad about them because they're just amazing. But some of them could definitely use a better stylist. So let's dive in with Greta Gerwig. If you're not following the film festival, you probably won't know that she was actually the president of the jury this year. So this is a really, really big thing. There were not a lot of women who were presidents of the Cannes Film Festival jury. So for Greta to be on this position is very, very great news for women in the film industry, and I'm really glad that she came. And it was obvious she was having a great time, but she's definitely one of the ladies who could use a stylist. I'm not sure she has one. From some of the outfits, I'm pretty sure she doesn't, because I don't think this is how any stylist would put it together, but I don't know. Greta's outfits were not bad as outfits, but they just didn't suited her at all. I mean, this dress here, this is Celine. I think this is one of the best ones, and even this one doesn't really do anything for her. It looks like a sack on her. So that's always my point when I'm talking about styling and dresses you choose. It doesn't matter if you have the most beautiful dress in the world. If it's not meant for your body, if you don't know how to accessorize it, how to wear it, it's not going to do anything for you. So never assume that because the dress is designer and expensive that you're going to look good in it, because it's not that simple, sadly. This one is Balenciaga. Now, this combination with this dress and these gloves on a different type of body, it might actually work, but on Greta it sadly doesn't. I'm not sure if it would be better without the gloves. It looks like a pillow on her. It really does not look well put together for me. Also the hair and the jewelry, it doesn't work. It's a mess. This I really do not like. In Cannes there's a lot of different events. You have red carpet obviously for premieres, but then you also have press conferences and photo calls, and then you have events with different jewelers and different brands, and there's Amphar, of course, which is like the biggest event, and any star that's in Cannes had to kind of show her or his face at that event. So this is why we have different photos from different backgrounds, because it's not just one red carpet. And this dress, again, I mean, the dress is okay, but it just doesn't do anything for her. It looks like she has a really short torso in this dress. So I don't know what she was thinking, but really, this dress really doesn't suit her body. This dress is okay, but I would prefer this dress for Greta to be more narrow in the waist and slightly wider at the hips. Not as wide as the pillow pink one, but just slightly kind of going out. This kind of straight dresses only look really good on really tall and really slim women. Unless you are in this kind of category, this can really backfire, because it will actually make you shorter than you are. This one I think is the only one that I kind of like, but I don't like the jewelry. I would love to have a necklace with this dress, but this actually really suits her body, and this dress, I think it's the only one out of the whole bunch that really suits her. We're gonna see this picture later on, because I'm gonna talk specifically on red dresses on red carpet. So we're gonna see this Armani Privé dress again. And this one is just, I just wanna go to her, hug her and say, why? Like, why? Why would you put this on? It's like, I really do not see anyone who could actually make this dress work. It's just wrong for so many reasons that, we love Greta, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Now we have Selena. Selena Gomez was there with the film, really bizarre musical Emilia Perez, which was, the film was so bizarre that was actually good. Emilia Perez musical actually won Best Actress Ensemble, so every main actress that was in this, including Selena Gomez and Zoe Saldana, won Best Actress award. So I wasn't really like crazy about her in this film, but she was okay, and I'm happy for her because I know she's struggling with a lot of different things in her life right now. So I'm happy that she got at least a bit of the recognition. So this dress is Saint Laurent. I think that was the premiere of the film. I'm not sure because I think she went to more than one red carpet. This is her street style when she was going to just errands in Cannes, I guess. And then we have this red dress, which was photo call for the press conference for the film. This dress, I really think it works for her. I think it's a nice dress for her body and her skin tone, and you know, she accessorized it well. I just wish she would have different kind of shoes, not at least have like red sandals. I think that red court shoes kind of clash with this dress because it's so summery and light, and court shoes are not exactly screaming summer. So I would definitely wear different shoes with this. Red is fine, just different style of shoes. Then we have another member of the jury, Lily Gladstone. She's an actress from the Scorsese's last year's film, The Killers of the Flower Moon. Her film screened in Cannes last year, and she was invited back this year to be on the jury. Lily, it's again the thing when you choose the dress because you like the dress, but you do not think how it's going to look on you and how will you feel in it. Because for most outfits that I've seen Lily in, they just didn't work for her. This dress, it's too long. It should have at least a little cap sleeves. This, to me, it's a mess. This one, it's too voluptuous. When you have curves, and I know because my weight has been going up and down for years, so I have years when I have a little more on me, and then I have years like right now when I'm a little bit more skinny. So I know how to dress curvy body as well, and this to me would actually work without the thing that she has wrapped around, and if this would have long see-through sleeves. That on her body type and the way she did her hair and the earrings, that to me would work. With the flower here on top and this kind of tulle well or whatever this is, this wrap, it's just too much. This dress is the same reaction I had for Greta. I just want to hug her and like, why would you put this on? It's a sheet. It's like something you put on it's like a bed cover. It's not even a dress, and it's Balenciaga. And I'm just so sad because this dress with different accessories on a different type of body would look amazing, but in this combination is just, I love you, Lily, okay, but no. This one is the only one that kind of worked for me. This was actually the opening ceremony of the Cannes Film Festival. I was in Lumiere at that time and I actually watched her when she was walking past me where I was sitting. When you saw this dress live, it actually worked. On photos, it's like yes or no, depending on an angle, but in real life, it actually worked. And with this dress, I didn't mind that there are no sleeves because of the sequins and the blue and black combination. It kind of worked. I wish she would accessorize it differently and have a different hairstyle maybe with this one, but this dress actually kind of worked on her, and this is Gucci. This was, I think, one of the press conferences because this is the photo call they usually do before the press conference, and it is like a summery look. You have a shirt, dress and a belt and shoes, so it's, you know, it's an outfit that kind of works for her. I'm not crazy about the shoes because again, it is closing in summertime and I would definitely wear different shoes with this outfit, but it kind of works, and this is again Gucci. Now we're gonna come to my favorite actress that was present in Cannes this year, and I actually managed to talk to her for a few minutes, and I love her even more now, and this is of course Demi Moore. Now Demi had a body horror film this year in Cannes, The Substance, that actually won Best Screenplay. I'm sad that she didn't win Best Actress because I think for this film she definitely deserves it. And I don't know when it was going to hit cinemas, but when you can, if you don't mind body horror films, definitely go see it. I loved it so much. I've actually seen it twice, which was a first for me at the festival. But I just love this film so much. It's really, really cool twist on how far we will go to make ourselves look young forever. And again, I'm emphasizing it's body horror, okay? So there's a lot of open wounds and stuff. So just make sure you know what you're watching before you're going to cinemas. So Demi was actually hosting the MFAR event. This is the one I mentioned at the beginning, that it's like the event you have to be there if you're like somebody in Cannes. And she pulled so many different amazing looks. This was the closing ceremony. This is the dress she was wearing at the end of the festival, and this is Celine. This dress, as a dress, I don't really like, because to me it kind of looks like a, you know, candy, and it's not my style. But for Demi, for her tiny frame, this dress actually works. This is a dress she was wearing at the MFAR event. She was really pulling all the stops. She went black and white, and then she went with colors, as you'll see. This dress to me is just perfection on Demi. It looks amazing. She looks good, and I want to emphasize that Demi is 61 years old. So next time when you're trying to be ageist to someone and trying to judge someone who is dressing however they are dressing in their 40s or 50s, Demi is 61 and look at her. I mean, wow. So this is Loewe, and this is my favorite dress on her. Then we have her press conference look. This is actually the press conference I'm gonna insert a quick clip of me asking her a question. And you are still in amazing shape, so I'm guessing for this film you didn't have to prepare that much for the beginning.
Well, I think that there wasn't a hyper focus for me.
And I actually saw her later on for the party as well, and you know, she's really amazing. This dress I really like. This was for the press conference, as I said, and you can see the full dress here. This is another red carpet look, and this dress, again, the dress I don't really like, but on her it kind of works, right? I mean, it fits her. She's always been kind of like classic with a twist, which is kind of like how I describe my style as well. But this particular dress, I can't imagine how you actually sit with this, because you're poking in the eye of the person sitting next to you. But I guess if you're Demi Moore, nobody's gonna say anything. But if you and I would go into a cinema dressed like this, I'm pretty sure we would have a bit of a conversation with the person sitting on our left. This was another jewelry event, and she wore Balenciaga. This dress only works for me because of the necklace. If she would have like classic white stones, I think it would be just over the top and too blingy. But because the necklace is also blue, I think this is just amazing combination. And with her long dark hair, it's just great. It's kind of a bad luck that the background of this is blue, because it's the photo would be much nicer on a different colored background. But you know, it still works, and to me, it definitely pulled this look as well. And there's another red carpet dress. I guess this was one of the afternoon premieres, because it's still quite light, because in Cannes you have premieres like at 3 p.m, 7 p.m, 10 p.m, then you have midnight screening. So it's not just like one red carpet a day, there are many. And all of the stars who are there can choose if they want to go and see another films and walk another red carpet besides their own. So that's kind of like why you can actually see some of the actors and actresses on multiple red carpets and others maybe just on one. So with this dress, I'm going to open the next chapter, which is red dresses on the red carpet. This one is Armani Privé, because it has some of the embellishments, and you know, it's like decorated. This kind of works, but you can still see that she's kind of blending with the red carpet. And this is one of the reasons why for years red dresses were kind of like faux pas if you wore a red dress to red carpet. But I know there was like big change when somebody started wearing red dresses on the red carpet. So today it's okay, you can do it, but it's true. I mean, in Cannes you have photographers on both sides, which means that it doesn't matter which side will take your photo, you will have like black background, because all the photographers and camera people who follow the red carpet, they have to be in tux and they have to be in black. This is actually mandatory in Cannes, and there's a reason for it, because you can see on this photo they are in the background, so you can imagine how this will look if they would be in like shorts and, you know, yellow t-shirts and things like that. So they have to create the background image for the stars for the photos. So there's a specific dress code for them as well. And this dress to me is the only one I think that kind of work of the red ones. But again, I'm not a fan of that. You just kind of lose yourself in the carpet. You don't stand out enough, and that's not always a good thing. This is the next one is Juliette Binoche. She was giving an award, the honorary palm, to Meryl Streep at the opening ceremony. So this photo is from the opening ceremony, and again, the dress, it suits her, the dress is fine, but because it's red and the red carpet, to me, this is just not a good photo. On the stage works, but on the red carpet, this look to me doesn't work. Now, Heidi was a bit more lucky or a bit more knowledgeable, I don't know, but maybe she calculated the hue of red that the red carpet in Cannes is, because her dress is darker than the carpet, so this dress actually works. So this is the take you can get from this. If you want to wear a red dress where there's going to be a red carpet, just try not to match the shade, because this actually works perfectly. Now, Shanina Shaikh did the same thing. Her dress is darker, but it's just too simple. And that's another rule. If you're gonna wear a red dress on a red carpet, it cannot be a simple dress. It has to be really over the top, really noticeable, really in your face dress. That way, it's okay. Simple dresses like this, you get lost. I mentioned Meryl Streep got honorary palm along with George Lucas this year, and this is her coming to the opening ceremony where she was given the award by Juliette Binoche. It was a very emotional moment. They were, talking praises to each other for like 10 minutes. At the end, it was almost too much, but we enjoyed ladies complimenting each other. And this is Meryl coming to I think it was her master class, but I don't remember if it's her master class or the press conference, but that's the official photo call they usually do before the press conference. And she's actually wearing Michael Kors. One of the actresses who will always divide opinions is Anya Taylor-Joy. She was there with George Miller's Furiosa, which is a cool film. If you like Mad Max saga, I think you're gonna like this one too. I actually like this one more than the Fury Road, which was the previous one. But I have to warn you, in Furiosa, there is actually no Mad Max. I mean, he has like a short cameo, but it's not about Mad Max. It's about, as title says, Furiosa, but it's very well done and I enjoyed it. And Anya showed us from the beginning, when she started hitting red carpets, that she has a very unique and quirky style, and she was faithful to that in Cannes as well. So this is her coming to the press conference of Furiosa. I don't know if you can tell, but she actually has like a little cap on her head as well, like that those kind of like old-fashioned lamps that used to have this kind of like shades. This outfit, to me, it doesn't work, but it works for her. Again, that's her style and she pulls it off. This is another example of when you have a specific style, how different you will look, because this is a very classic dress. This is Dior. It's a corset and a, like white skirt. It's like a typical silhouette. But what Anya did with her hair and her makeup is what changes this dress from the usual classic look to something more quirky. And this is, again, accessories, hair, makeup, everything counts for the final look. It's never just about the dress. Another thing that Anya did this year were hats. I mean, she wore hats in and out. I think I saw like 4 of them. This is one example. I don't know where she was going in this, but she was definitely in Cannes. It's her style. She can do what she wants, obviously. Now I want to show you some of the street style of the stars that we managed to get from Getty Images. And this is, again, what I emphasize in all of my videos when I talk about Cannes, why I am not packing like 20 elegant evening gowns with 20 high-heeled shoes, because I usually need like 2 or 3 for the parties, and the rest of the time I'm just trying to be comfortable because I'm walking around all the time and I'm working a lot, so it's not doable to be in all these elegant dresses. And I'm really happy that Getty Images actually provided us with some of the photos of the stars on the streets. So we have Viola Davis. I'm guessing she arrived in the hotel here. And then we have Poppy Delevingne. These flats are just a must-have of this summer. I love them and they come in very different colors. And again, it's trying to be comfortable. This is Wallis Day in Miu Miu. This is a bit too short skirt for me, especially working-wise. But again, it's just trying to be stylish, but still comfortable and summer-like. Then we have again Selena Gomez, which, she wears like, I think these are like kitten heels. I don't think they're like exactly flats, but they're definitely more on the comfortable side. Then we have Shanina Shaikh again. This was at the beginning of the festival. The first few days were quite chilly and we definitely need a jacket. So this is definitely one of the more casual looks to walk around in Cannes. And another good point why celebrities try to kind of dress down as much as they can, because they don't stand out in the crowd. I mean, Shanina could walk around Cannes like this. I'm pretty sure most of the people would not even recognize her. Then we have Helena Christensen, who again is just comfortable. you know, it's just going for a walk with comfortable shoes and comfortable clothing on May 15, when it was the beginning of the festival and it was definitely quite chilly that day. And Anya Taylor-Joy. Now this is not exactly a very comfortable outfit because she is still in heels, but it's definitely more day outfit as opposed to red carpet. And then we have Juliette Binoche, who I think from the photos this might be her arrival at the airport. So it's obvious that she just wants to be comfortable on a flight. And again, if you would see her like this, I'm pretty sure you would not know is Juliette Binoche. But she's still wearing designer. This is Miu Miu. Most of my outfits in Cannes during the day were long flowy trousers with like either short sleeves or tank top tops, depending on the weather and temperature. And then I would have like a little cardigan for cinema if I would get cold. And I was in flats most of the time. Most of the time I was in my Michael Kors gold sandals. Cézanne flats gave me so deep blisters at the second day of the festival that even now when it's like 3 weeks after, they are still not healed. It's horrible. I don't know how this was possible. I don't know how, because the straps are very soft, but they really scarred me. But the thing is, like I said, in Cannes I'm walking a lot. So if you're gonna have this for a short stroll, so just mostly sitting, you'll be fine. Okay, now I combined a few looks that are just no. Now we had Eva Green, which was also on the jury this year, and this dress is the top half kind of works for me if the bottom half would be like a really out big skirt and not asymmetric. That would kind of work, but this is just all over the place, so I really do not like it. The next one that didn't work for me is this dress, Eva Longoria, and this dress is just, again, it doesn't do anything for her. She has an amazing body. She has really, you know, she knows how to pose, but it's just, I think that thing in the middle, like this tresses and the kind of like branches coming out of her breasts, I don't know, this dress is just a disaster. And the next one that I want to show you is Iris Law, you know, the actor Jude Law, and this is his daughter Iris Law. And this is Saint Laurent, and this outfit is pretty rocking. It's really chic, but it's so not Cannes. First of all, boots on the red carpet in Cannes. I don't care if it's 15 degrees, you do not wear boots in Cannes. It's just, it's the most glamorous red carpet ever, and you bring this. So it's like, I know she's young, I know she's like, just wanted to, you know, kind of play with her style, but Cannes red carpet is different than the Oscars and Golden Globes and other awards because it is the most glamorous film festival in the world. And that's not my saying so, this is a fact. And if you cannot pull out all the stops for that, for Cannes, why bother? So I guess the dress and doesn't really bother me as much as the belt and the boots. If this dress would be paired with a different kind of shoe and, you know, like a lot of different jewelry, it might actually work for me. But with this combination, no. So Iris, do better next year if you come back to Cannes. Guys, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day and I will see you in the next video.